What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic day. It is hot as hell out there, my lord, as you can probably see. Man, I hope you're all staying cool out there. Hope you're all having yourselves a great day. But we are continuing this training camp preview, taking a positional outlook here at every single position. We're getting through the offense here. We went through QB, running back, and wide receiver. Now we're jumping into the tight end. Not a live video, but would love to hear your thoughts on this, how you feel about the tight end position. I think most of you know how I feel, but we're going to jump into it tonight. Take a look at, who we've added, lost, what the room looks like, the depth chart, all that great stuff. But love to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you hitting the like button, sharing this stuff, subscribing to the channel, everything you're doing to support this. I really cannot thank you enough. And coming home from these long days, it's nice, trying to put this together last night a little bit, today on break. I am trying to get this all out because I want to talk about my top matchups for training camp. I want to talk about my projected 53. So we'll get into all that, but let's jump into this here tonight. Again, hope you're all doing well, but let's start her off with the off season. What Howie's been up to here with the additions and the losses at tight end, and not too much. Some of these positions, you got a lot going on. Here at tight end, we lost Jack Stoll. He went to the Giants. We added CJ Uzomah from the Jets in free agency, and then undrafted free agent McCallan Castles from Tennessee was added. So added a couple pieces, lost one. Not much going on there. And I think a lot of you know how I feel about this tight end position and how I thought we should add a little bit. And Uzomah, okay, we'll talk about him in a second, but I thought maybe a little more, but okay, let's look at this room and what the Eagles have. And still some question marks for me at the tight end position. Saw something today. It was like Bleacher Report says the number one position the Eagles need is cornerback. That's completely opposite. And safety and linebacker. Okay, I'm not against those, but I don't know if you heard of a tight end, but I wouldn't be against it. So you see here, look, CJ Uzomah in his 10th season, 31 years old. I'm not against it. I'm not against that at all. I actually like the signing, but let's be real here. I was looking for someone to pair with Goedert, not just, an older vet who I thought, he could be number 3. He can catch. He can actually block, one of the better blocking tight ends in the league now. So I like the Uzomah addition, but I need somebody to step up, especially one of these other guys that needs to be one of those F-type wide receiver type tight ends. So is it going to be Calcaterra, Albert O, Jenkins, Castles? So you've got some competition here. I'm just really hoping somebody steps it up here. We know who Dallas Goedert is. Number one there. He's one of 5 tight ends with 1,000 yards after the catch since 2021. And his company is Kelsey, Kittle, and Njoku, and Ingram. And we know one of the better tight ends in the game. And last year, he actually played a career high 809 offensive snaps. Started 14 games that he played, and he had 592 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he averaged 10 yards per catch because he had 59 catches. But looking to have another healthy year, let's get some more snaps up there. Help him out a little bit. That's kind of been my thing. Now, Calcaterra, we know about him, right? He has a concussion history. We're hopeful that, coming back, playing with Hurts, he used to play with him in Oklahoma. We're hoping, maybe some magic could happen. He's got a good skill set, good size there, but have not seen anything yet. So, hey, look, this is his 3rd year. We talk about it, allowed time, for development here. I do like Calcaterra. Kind of looks like Farva there, I think, from Super Troopers. I'm not. He shaved off the mullet, got the mustache going, no doubt, man. But you've got Albert O then, who this is a very talented guy. When we traded for him, 4.49 speed, and somebody that after the catch, you think he can, do all these things, one of those receiving type guys, but really, saw flashes in Denver. When we traded for him, it wasn't for much because they haven't seen much. And he had 57 offensive snaps last year for the Eagles and did absolutely nothing with any of those. So I don't know, man. I would love to see, with him knowing the system now, getting acclimated, maybe things, go differently this year. I'm all for it, man. He's got a great, skill set, when you're building a player per se. I think, he's got a lot that you want at tight end. So work on your blocking. We'll see if he can help on special teams. Maybe he makes the team here, but you've got a guy like EJ Jenkins. And we talked about him before, a former wide receiver who I think, blocks decent. He's got great size. This is somebody that I think, with the wide open competition, he could be a surprise guy that comes out of nowhere. And wouldn't be against that. Or McCall Castles, the undrafted kid. This kid, we talked about him when we signed him after the draft. He can block, he catches well in traffic, and he actually can run some routes where I saw him creating separation. Now you got to look, at his competition, but at Tennessee, he's got some good competition there, and thought he had soft hands and somebody that, you could use as that F type and somebody that can, help you in other areas. Now, he did have some drops, so you don't want to see any of that. Maybe the Eagles can help him learn some things. He, gets rid of those drops, whatever it may be. But I think, again, I stressed last year, I stressed this offseason that I would add. So they did. They added Uzomah, and I'm hopeful that he stays healthy. Goedert stays healthy. Then I feel much more comfortable. But God forbid something happen. It's been one of those positions I just feel very iffy about. And when you look at it on the depth chart here, and I will do this each show now, I'm covering up every other position just so you can focus on what we're looking at here. At the end, we'll look at it all. You can go to previous shows, see the whole damn thing if you want. But here at tight end, you got number 1. I've got Uzomah at number 2. Now, beyond it, you've got Albert O, Calcaterra, E.J. Jenkins, and Castles there. Wherever you want to put them, that's fine. But you could see the key down there still, the same as it's been this offseason, but you could see the guys. And E.J. Jenkins was a reserve future signing, but I didn't have him on the added list because he was already here last year on the practice squad. So only, try to point out the people that have actually been added to the team, just so you know. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You see the tight end position, where it's at, how I feel about it. Now, let me know how you feel about it down below. Do you think that will be okay? Are you a little worried if something were to happen, or even if nothing happens, you think that we're going to use much more, which I do, 12 personnel, 13 personnel, where you're seeing that the 1 in that number is the running back, and then the 2 is the tight ends there. So you're seeing 2 tight ends and 13 personnel. You're just seeing 3 tight ends. So I think you're going to see a lot of that. So these guys need to step it up. Somebody needs to step it up. Who do you think steps it up out of those guys? Do you think someone even beats out Uzomah? Whatever's on your mind, I'd love to hear. But that's all I've got for you. If you got anything from this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Again, thank you for sharing this stuff, subscribing, all that, man. It really means the world to me. I hope you're having a great start to your week. Let's go, baby. But anything happens, I'll go live. If not, I'm going to keep trying to push these, try to work on these when I can. Get out the offensive line, then we'll be on to the defense, baby. And, well, actually, I'm going to sprinkle in special teams as well because we got some returners and things to talk about. So we'll do that next time. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You need anything, whether it's talk about birds, life, anything, please feel free to reach out. Want to be there for you as you are always there for me. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me at home now, kids. Go Birds!